What's up, y'all? Welcome back. We back at it with another rendition of Studying Cinema with Cozy. For the month of November, I'm going to be putting out a review every day of the month. You feel me? So I'm going to be aiming for 30 reviews by the end of the month straight. You feel me? Different movies, different vibes. We're going to be going for it. You feel me? That's just how I'm tackling things throughout this month, trying to stay consistent, trying to keep on growing with the channel. And, we're going to keep on pushing. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most beloved biopics, in the Black household. We're going to be talking about one of Angella Basset's best roles, in my opinion, and that is the movie of What's Love Got to Do With It, the Tina Turner biopic. Feel me? This movie revolves around the life of Tina Turner and Ike Turner and their relationship and, her rise to fame and stardom. How she started off as a child, you feel me? How she gets discovered by Ike Turner and, goes on into having a career with him and then venturing off into her own solo career, with her doing her own thing, leaving him and everything. This movie does tackle all of the ups and downs with their relationship. You feel me? All of the domestic violence that took place throughout their relationship is conveyed thoroughly throughout this film. They don't really hold back on none of it. You feel me? They show you blatantly that he was beating her throughout, their relationship. Their relationship was based off of him controlling everything that she did, basically, when it came to the music scene. Her money, her choices as far as what songs were, how the songs were performed and everything. And just who she could do business with. Ike Turner was kind of right there. He was like the manager, the songwriter. He was everything, you feel me, on top of being her husband. And in the beginning, you feel me, she fell in love with a man that was an artist, that was a man who loved music. He was trying to put his peoples on, trying to stay on a straight and narrow path and stay consistent with his band and everything. She then come to find out the real him after being with him for so long and just seeing that he ain't as good as what he made himself seem to be in the beginning, you feel me? But it really don't take much for something to strike up agitation within their relationship. That famous scene when he talking about Eat the Cake anime, that scene right there is like, it's a testament to how domestic violence is in certain relationships, because it could take something real small to turn somebody up and now they acting a fool in front of everybody. And to be honest with you, Ike Turner got away with too many instances of like hitting her, throwing her around with just people around him and nobody checking him. I don't know if it was like that in real life, but in the movie they made it seem like everybody was just afraid of Ike. Nobody wanted to check Ike when it came to Tina, you feel me? No men, no women. I mean, you see some scenes where, the ladies is like, I ain't going to be putting up with this like Tina is, you feel me? Like, because he do that in that same scene where he's talking about Eat the Cake, he does, I think he do hit another woman too, one of the other band members. And she was like, I'm done with this, you feel me? You can stay with him and be with that vibe if you want to, but I'm done, you feel me? It only took like one time. I don't know if he was doing that to the other band members too, but with that person and that scene, only took one time for them to be out. You feel me? Tina, she was like, and the way Tina came up, you feel me, was different. You feel me? It was rough for her. So like her going through the music game the way that she did, it was almost like, this was her way out of everything that she was going through before. It really wasn't no turning back. She had to make the most of what she was given. Even though like Ike Turner was doing everything that he was doing, it was like, damn, she had to make the most of it. And I feel like her mustering up the energy to stand up to him in the end, yeah, it was bound to happen, you feel me? But, like, it took a lot. It took a lot. That whole fight scene in the end when she kicking him back and stuff, like, it took a lot for that to really come up out of her, because you get to a point where you just fed up, you feel me? She was fed up at the end, and she didn't want to do with it no more. And it's probably more times that she tried to, run away, but, things didn't fall through. Obviously, we saw how she tried to run away with the kids, and then he caught up to her. But, like, the movies don't always show every little thing that happened in a relationship. It was probably way more things that happened that we don't know about, that the movie didn't depict or couldn't depict. There was a big manipulation factor throughout this movie from beginning to end. When it came to Ike's relationship with Tina, he obviously saw her as an opportunity, you feel me? Ike was in the same rotation before Tina came along. he really didn't find the person to take him over the edge like he was hoping for until Tina came along. And a lot of times in stories like this, we see the same beat pattern play out, where these people who are narcissists or controlling, you feel me, they put themselves in these roles where they're able to manipulate people, abuse them, and keep them in the same cycle of feeling like they need them and also feeling afraid to leave as well. Like, beyond the financial sacrifice, there's a fear that's instilled into them to fear for their own life. There were times where Tina feared for her own life because of everything that Ike had put her through. All of the abuse and mental abuse, it did something to her that kind of halted her on running away earlier than when she did, you feel me? And that's the case for many people in these types of situations. They don't know when to move on or when to run away, or like they're just stuck in the same cycle because people are often saying, oh, I'm going to change, you feel me? I'm going to do this or that. And in hopes things will change, people stick around and stick through the same cycle and over again. And we see that she had the energy and the strength to get up and leave at the end. I know it's a lot of people out there in the world that's going through similar situations, and this story right here, I feel like people could learn or take something away from it, at the very least, being that Tina did go through this in real life. She did experience this abuse from Ike. She did overcome it and move on from him and was able to have a successful career without him. A lot of people may go through these cycles with the person that they're in a relationship with and think that this is all that I can be and, you know, this is all I ever will be, because that person is beating that into their head so much. But at the end of the day, you have to know that you're also in control of your reality, you know. You're in control of the way you're able to move around in this world to a certain degree. I feel like, you know, Ike Turner, his songwriting and stuff, it contributed when it contributed, but the talent that Tina Turner had within her would have allowed her to succeed without him regardless, you know. So there are some people that may look at it like, oh, they needed each other, this and that, but he needed her way more than she needed him. And we see that played out throughout the movie. And throughout history, you see how he needed her more than she needed him. She was able to maintain success after. She's still a household name. Tina Turner is a superstar and a legend in the music game. And Ike Turner his contribution to her discography doesn't take away from her talent. It doesn't take away from her stardom. It doesn't take away from her name. And the energy that she put into that, it won't take away from none of that. Like I said, I do feel like there is something to learn from this movie. You know, a lot of people that are narcissists, they do like to implement fear into other people to try to get them into this mode where, you know, I can't do nothing without this person's approval, or I'm afraid to disappoint this person or let this person down, or just being afraid to end up in a situation where they're on the wrong side of said person. Ike Turner played a lot of those elements into his relationship, you feel me? He definitely got into her head when it came to all of her talents and how he was contributing to her talents, how he was able to write the music, produce the music, and he wanted to have as much control as possible to make it seem like he was the pure curator of everything that was going on. You know, a lot of people try to orchestrate their master plan, but they still need the players to execute the play, you feel me? Tina Turner is what you call a superstar, someone that's bigger than the team, someone that's bigger than the coach, you feel me? She did not need Ike to guide her throughout her whole career like he had thought that she did. You know, she obviously, like we saw in the movie, gained enough resilience to stand on her own 2 feet in the end and, you know, have her own career as a solo artist successfully. Looking back on it, I did enjoy this movie, though. I do feel like this is one of the better biopics that I've seen recently. I feel like the acting between Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Basset is top tier, you feel me? You see the chemistry between the two, and it's like, yeah, You feel me? They was meant to play these roles. Angela Basset definitely was meant to play this role. She killed it. You feel me? This is one of her better roles in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people could look at this role and kind of put it in the same realm that people put that Chadwick Boseman performance when he played James Brown, and like those are the type of performances that we want to see when it comes to our legends in the music game and black entertainment. You feel me? People like Chadwick Boseman, Angela Basset, they've been able to put on performances that's been able to stand the test of time. You feel me? People still talk about what's love got to do with it till this day, for whether it's the memes or the positive lessons or just the story of Tina Turner. You feel me? People have reflected on this movie, and they still gonna reflect on this movie years and years from now. So yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in to this movie review. Make sure you guys stay in tune, subscribe. You feel me? Like this video. Let me know what you guys want to see reviewed next, and we're gonna keep it consistent. You feel me? We're gonna keep it real consistent.